Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here with our weekly astrology tarot card message for the week of June 24th, 2026. As always, I am using the Radiant Rider Waite Smith tarot deck. And don't forget, timestamps are below for each astrological sign, so you don't have to watch the whole video. You can go in the description and pick your sign, and there you go. It'll take you right to it. For entertainment purposes only, I say this as a card flies out of the deck, but for entertainment purposes only, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please make sure you're subscribed also because, of course, that doesn't always, people that are subscribed don't always say stay subscribed. So without further ado, here we go. This is for Aries. This is Aries for the week of June 24th, 2026. See what we have for Aries for the week of June 24th, 2026. Let's see what we have. I'm going to do, okay, two cards flipped out. I don't know what they are, but that's odd that two cards flipped out. So here we go. All right, here we go. Here, first card that I got that flipped out was this Two of Swords. You know, at a crossroads, right? But you're not really sure which direction to go. You can see that there is some level with this moon of intuition. You're going to follow your intuition, get the details, get the facts. But then this card came up, the Death card, change. You may be at a crossroads, but the change is coming. And I love it because this Queen of Wands is like, yeah, both of these cards really deal a lot with making decisions using your intuition, the cat and the moon. So just keep in mind, you may be making a decision soon that you really are going to really rely on your intuition. You may not get all the facts before you make that decision. Bottom of the deck card, though, here is this Nine of Cups, which I love this because it's really happiness, fun, you know, like everything works out great. And I will tell you, talking about intuition, the card under that, this is the High Priestess. That's all about intuition. She's all about intuition. So there you go. So it sounds like it might be, let me rephrase that. It might be a highly intuitive week for you. All right, here we go. Next up is Taurus. What do we have for Taurus for the week of June 24th, 2026? This is for Taurus for the week of June 24th, 2026. We'll put these cards together. A couple more shuffles here. June 24th, 2026. Oh, that card flipped over, so we're going to keep it. Oh my goodness. Okay. A couple of cards, a couple of extra cards. The card that flipped out is this Page of Cups, right? This is really for me being discerning. You might be also getting some prophetic dreams, so please keep that in mind. But starting out, getting some ideas, getting some dreams, but being discerning on the information you're getting. This Knight of Cups, this is like good news coming in, good information coming in, good solid information. So keep that in mind. This also may be that you find a new significant other. The Justice card, balance, staying balanced, you know, moving through, I'm like moving through towards balance. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then you also got this Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you're juggling things. You're keeping everything in balance. I love that. You're like keeping everything up. It's all good. You're doing a great job of it. But just know that things may be changing and you might have to use some discernment as you move forward. Keep that in mind. And it's funny because your bottom of the deck card happens to be Temperance. This is also about balance. It's almost like maintaining your balance at all costs is what you're thinking. You may not be able to do that with some situations or events or people, but really coming back to it is maintaining your balance, right? So there we go. All right, next up is Gemini. What do we have for Gemini for the week of June 24th, 2026? Gemini for the week of June 24th, 2026. June 24th, 2026 for Gemini. Let's see. Well, a whole group of cards came out. There's one thing when it's spirit. It's another thing when it's just poor shuffling skills. Okay. Eight of Wands, change, like really focusing in on something new. I just heard change coming. This card doesn't necessarily mean change, but it does mean to me, you know, focusing in on something. Maybe something new is the change, right? And really having all your energy directed to it. Strength card, keeping your confidence up, right? This woman has her hands in the lion's mouth. But there's a level of trust here between both entities, the lion and her. So keeping trust, you know, courage, confidence, calmness. I just heard calmness is going to be a big deal. You know, that's something to maintain your calmness throughout this process. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's cycling. This, you know, your karma, hopefully you've sent out good karma. It's coming back. But whatever, things are cycling around. Things that maybe you're revisiting some things from the past too. So keep that in mind. Just, you know, approach everything with calmness, confidence, and, you know, move forward that way. All right, here we go. Next up is Cancer. This is Cancer for the week of June 24th, 2026. This is Cancer for the week of June 24th, 2026. Let's see what we get for Cancer. Seven of Cups, spoiled for choice. This is also a card of discernment, right? You might have a lot of choices in front of you, or you might not, but you might just have one or two or three choices, but look at each choice, like, what do I really want as I move forward, right? And being discerning. Some people may be trying to, like, sell you a bill of goods that really isn't just there. So keep that in mind. King of Cups. Here's like, to me, the choices, right? Everything's kind of flying around. You're riding the waves. But you know what? Kick into your leadership skills and know all of life is always a series of choices. But you know what? You have the maturity, you have the knowledge, you have the gut feeling that you can rely on to make the best choices for you. Five of Wands, this is a card of, like, learning, training, moving, you know, they're not hitting each other, but they're practicing. Staying in that practice mode is good, but I'm getting in kind of a sense of it may be time to make some choices to move you out of this practice mode. But also, bottom of the deck card, this 10 of Wands, you may not be able to see the forest or the trees right now. He has a great harvest here, right? He's got all these wands, but he can't see because he's got to bundle those up and put them on his shoulder so he can see where he's going. So, you know, it seems like a lot of harvest, good things, but a lot of choices, right? There's all these things that you're kind of getting maybe blinded by right now, but having that leadership quality of your emotion, that King of Cups is about emotions. Maybe that's what it is taking the emotion out of the decision might help you to find, you know, to find a better option for yourself, or to make the right decision on the options that you have. So there we go. Next up is Leo. Let's see what we have for Leo for the week of June 24th, 2026. Leo for the week of June 24th, 2026. Leo for the week of June 24th, 2026. Let's see what we have. Okay, Leo, here we go. Feeling interesting. 10 of Wands. You have the harvest, right? You just need to get it lined up and get it on your shoulder so you can see clearly where you're going. And, you know, I love it because you then get this 3 of Pentacles. This is like a master craftsman who has community backing. So everything's going to go great, and you're actually going to have the backing you need. But you kind of need to sit there and kind of say, I think to yourself, that's it. No more, like, you know, no more of this craziness. I need to really focus. Focus what's important to you, and focus in the timing that you have. What is important? What do I need to get done? The Moon. This is your intuition. Your intuition is going to be very strong here to help you out, because some things may look like they have to go to the top of your list, and they really don't, but intuitively you'll know. And this is like you're starting this new journey here, right? This crab is coming, or lobster is coming out of the water, and it's a new journey. You can't really see clearly, but you need to step back and say, you know what? I am a craftsperson. I know what direction I need to go in. I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out, and it'll be step by step. And you're going to rely on your thoughts and your mind, and you're going to rely on your intuition to get through everything. But you know what? You're going to get through it, and it's going to be just fine. And it's going to have your touch on it, right? It's how I want it done, what I want. So I love that. And that's not in a selfish way. That's just in a very mature way. So, okay, next up here, we have Virgo. What do we have for Virgo for the week of June 24th, 2026? June 24th, 2026. June 24th, 2026 for Virgo. Let's see what we have. Week of June 24th, 2026. Put those cards back in. First up, Seven of Swords. This to me is a strategy change, right? This is change, like, and this is a big strategy change. This gentleman has actually gone into the enemy camp at night, even though it's all golden. But he's, at the break of dawn, he's stealing all their swords and running off with them so that as they fight, they don't have as many swords, right? This is a strategy. This is looking at things from a new perspective. Then we get the Nine of Swords. I'm a Virgo, right? Anxiety, not like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if that's the direction I want to go. Maybe that's not the strategy change that I want to take. But you know what? That's okay. We'll figure it out, won't we? We'll figure it out. We'll sleep on it, right? And we'll say, that's it. I love this because this last card is this Ace of Pentacles. This is a new fertile beginning. It brings up I almost feel like things, whether it's in a relationship or work, things level up in our favor. Things level up. It's a new fertile beginning. We stick up for ourselves. We say our piece, whatever it is. We don't have to be in a negative way doing it. But whatever it is, we do what we have to do. And now we have this, and yes, and it feels anxiety, but we do it as adults, as a mature, leader. And next thing you know, we have a fertile new beginning. Bottom of the deck card is this Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like it's not so much meditating, but it's more stepping into like a level of peace that we didn't have before in an area. And it may not be that anything's changed, I just heard, but it may be our perspective changed. And that's what changes our viewpoint on it. So, all right, there we go. Next up is Libra. What do we have for Libra for the week of June 24th, 2026? This is for Libra for the week of June 24th, 2026. I'm going to do one more shuffle here, Libra. There we go. That's it. First up is this Lover's card, right? Seeing eye to eye with people. I love it. Seeing eye to eye with people. Sometimes you have to step back and let people do what they need to do so that either they can learn from it or it's like their event or their situation, letting them deal with their situation in the best way that they know how. And I think that is almost pertinent in a way that it's not stepping in, but listen, I'm going to see eye to eye with you in the fact that I'm actually going to leave you alone and, you can just deal with this. And I'm going to step back. If you need help, I'll give you the help. But if not, that's okay too. Next card, Eight of Cups. You know what? This, I didn't realize the relevance. This is stepping away from that issue. Whatever the issue is, letting people deal with their own issues, stepping away. You have bigger things to do, right? They'll figure it out. Two of Pentacles. This to me is like always following that to-do list, keeping things up in the air, juggling. You're loving it, okay? But it might be time to step back a little bit too. I'm getting the feeling for your card here, to stepping back and taking a break from that and really kind of like, does everything need to be done? Can I hire some people to help me? Can I take some things off the list? And I feel like in this case, the bottom of the deck, this Knight of Cups is help coming in, right? Instead of juggling so much, do you need to juggle so much? Or can you get some extra help to take some things off your plate so that frees you up to enjoy other things in your life that are just more important? Okay, next up is Scorpio. So this is Scorpio for the week of June 24th, 2027. June 24th, 2027. This is Scorpio. June 24th, 2026. I'm saying 26. Hold on, June 24th. Oh my goodness, 2026. Sorry about that. I don't know why I'm a year ahead here, but it's all right. There might be something significant in some of your lives that will be happening in a year. I don't know. So first, Four of Pentacles, holding tight to your resources, right? Holding tight, but still looking around, saying, is there anywhere that I can put my time, my energy, and my money? But not so quick to part with all that. When you find it, though, I will tell you, your Eight of Wands, you're going to focus in and really put the time and you're going to be focused with the time and the energy and the resources on something that interests you. But what is that? I don't know. Two of Swords. You're still thinking about it, right? This is a highly intuitive card. You make sure you have all the data before you make that decision. Also rely on your intuition and your gut feeling. The bottom of the deck card, this Eight of Cups, walking away to something better, right? I mean, I love that. But leaving everything behind you intact. It's like when you go and you leave your job for a new job. I mean, your old job is still there. Somebody's filling that, but you're moving on. You're moving on. I don't know what you're doing, Scorpio, but I just get the fact, or just hear you're moving on. All right, Sagittarius. Here we go, Sagittarius, for the week of June 24th, 2026. June 24th, 2026. June 24th, for Sagittarius. Here we go. A couple more shuffles. All right, Sagittarius, that was enough. Pentacles, right? Six of Pentacles. Balance. Giving charity if you can give charity, or receiving charity if you need it. I mean, you know, and it's not like you're a charity case, but sometimes we just need some help from our neighbor or our friends or our family, and giving that balance. You know, I help them when they need help. They help me when I need, you know, whatever. So just keeping that idea in mind of maybe, you know, balancing things out a bit this week. Page of Pentacles, maybe starting some training or going into something new or learning something new, right? This is like, you know, this page has this, like, I always look at pages like being like late teens, early 20s, you know, 18, 19, 20 years old, whatever, and they've got a fire in their belly and you're like ready to move forward on something new. I love it because this Empress card comes up. Whatever it is, it seems like it's fertile, it's, you know, abundant, it's unconditional love. It's just really a beautiful, you know, energy around it, okay? And then, of course, on the bottom of the deck, Six of Swords, moving to smoother waters, which I love because, you know, and I will tell you that there was the bottom of the deck card, which is the Six of Swords. The card underneath that is the Ace of Cups, like a new emotional beginning. It's like you're leaving the past behind. You're leaving all this deep thought, like I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and you're kind of moving into a new emotional beginning. Whatever that is, however you define that. And it's kind of nice. I feel like you're kind of losing some of the, like the heavy intellectual stuff, but you're moving into like just sitting back and enjoying life. All right, so there we go. Next up here is Capricorn. Let's see what we have for Capricorn for the week of June 24th, 2026. This is Capricorn for the week of June 24th, 2026. Give the cards a good shuffle. Page of Wands, a new beginning, a new just like, I want to say a new creative beginning, moving forward. Maybe you get some inspiration this week, or you've gotten, it's more like you're working on something that you are inspired about, and it might be taking you down a new path, which I love that, because then you get this King of Wands, which is, again, following your intuition more than following your intellectual stuff, but following it, but still keeping all that intellectual stuff in mind, no doubt, right? And then, and then you get the Five of Wands. Yeah, something new that you're kind of like fleshing something out. You got all three cards here are wands, right? New creative beginnings, new starts, working things out. I just hear just keep moving forward. It's almost like, you know, you're still working things out and getting ideas set for yourself on how you want to move things forward. And like, you're just in this beautiful, like, creative process. So I just heard keep going. So there you go. Next up here is Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius for the week of June 24th, 2026? Let's see, what do we have for Aquarius for the week of June 24th, 2026? First card up, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, a new significant other may be coming into your life, and just new messages or new energy. You get some maybe new like a new beginning, but a new start, but it's like you've got solid footing on it, right? Like you get some information, but you can really rely on that information, or a new person does come into your life. Something happens, which is really, it's a surge. I just heard like a new surge of energy, and then you get this Eight of Cups. You're walking away from like your current situation here, right? You're like, I have new things going on. I'm excited about it, and I'm walking away. All the cups still stand, right? You don't cause any destruction. There's nothing falls over if you leave it. Just getting new, like when you get started a new job, your old job is still there. Somebody, that's a new job for someone else. You're moving on to a new job, which I love. This Wheel of Fortune card. Yeah, things are changing. Things are coming around for you. Things that you've been waiting on. I feel like I just heard like the gates open, right? And things just start flowing. And the bottom of the deck card, this is a great time to have this card, this Magician card, using all your tools, right? As above, so below, creating that heaven on earth for yourself. Oh my gosh. Aquarius, really nice cards here. Taking everything, like information coming in, people coming in, things coming in, whatever it is, you're walking away from the old and you are creating a new reality for yourself. Oh, I love that. All right. Next up now is Pisces. Let's see what we have for Pisces for the week of June 24th, 2026. This is for Pisces for the week of June 24th, 2026. Pisces, what do we have for Pisces? Pisces for the week of June 24th, 2026. Okay, the first card that comes up is the Sun card, right? Moving forward, you can see clearly an innocent, like honest new beginning on something. I love that. Then you have the Sun card, and then you go into this Devil card. I feel like you feel like new things are coming up, but then you feel restrictions on it. You're like, I can do this, I can do that. And then you're like, nope, I better not. It could, I've got these restrictions. You can lift the restrictions up. But listen to yourself, listen to your heart, listen to your mind. Maybe those restrictions you're feeling are being put in for a real reason. I mean, I would love to go to Hawaii, but my restriction is my budget. So maybe I need to save a little. I can still get to Hawaii at some point, but maybe right now the message is, set up a savings account and put some money aside. So maybe in a year or so, I can go to Hawaii, right? So it's not just, I want to do something and then go do it. Sometimes we have to follow some procedures or some path. This Page of Swords coming up. Yeah, this is almost like when you say, like, I want to go to Hawaii, right? But I'm a bit restricted because I don't have the money. So you know what? This is where I come up with the plan on how to get there and how to get there in the right way, right? So I don't deplete my savings or deplete, so I can't not pay my mortgage. But meanwhile, I'm in a new trip. So you get the picture. I know that you're very smart. Bottom of the deck card is the Magician. This is you using all your tools, right? As above, so below. You are that conduit, right? From the big ideas, the visions to the dreams, then it comes through our heart chakra, and then our hands create the reality for ourselves and for others to enjoy. I just heard, not just create things, but create things for others, for ourselves and others to enjoy. Keeping all that in mind, you know what? Using that energy to move forward. And you know what? That's all I have for this week for our astrology tarot card readings. I will be back tomorrow for our weekly tarot card readings and a 3-card pick, our weekly energy readings and a 3-card pick. So there we go, my friends. And until I see you tomorrow, namaste.